Many people view fame, wealth, and the limelight as their ideal, but beyond the glamour and gloss is a harsher reality that frequently goes unrecognized: the battle with addiction. Many celebrities experience excessive pressure to live up to expectations, maintain an image, and face continual scrutiny. This can send them down a risky path of substance misuse. For many celebrities, from well-known musicians to well-known actors, the road to fame has unfortunately been littered with difficulties with addiction. Some have overcome their struggles and found healing, but others met heartbreaking, premature ends. This video explores the tragic tales of 7 famous people whose addiction had a significant impact on their life. We'll look at the struggles that lie behind the public identities, from Whitney Houston's tragic death to Elvis Presley's fight with prescription drugs to Robert Downey Jr.'s amazing return. These tales show the frailty of celebrity and highlight the human cost of addiction, serving as a reminder that everyone, regardless of success or admiration, is susceptible to the perils of addiction. We will watch about the negative aspects of celebrity and the continuous battle for healing through these stories. 1. Elvis Presley, prescription drugs and the King's battle. Often referred to as the King of Rock and Roll, Elvis Presley attained an unparalleled degree of notoriety. Upon reaching his 30s, he had become a global celebrity, adored by millions of people. Behind this stardom, though, was a man who was finding it difficult to handle the tremendous burden of his public existence. Elvis consequently started taking prescription medications such as sedatives and painkillers. Presley's prescription drug addiction started in the 1960s and only got worse with time. His continual travel, film acting, and public persona had a negative impact on his physical and mental well-being. Doctors provided him numerous prescriptions to deal with the physical discomfort and worry of his demanding work, which resulted in medication dependency. The evidence of his addiction was clear by the 1970s. His condition quickly got worse, and he gained notoriety for his unstable behavior, weight gain, and numerous hospital stays. Elvis sadly died of heart failure in 1977 at the age of 42. His drug addiction was a major contributing factor in his death. In addition to serving as a heartbreaking reminder of how addiction can impact even the most accomplished people, his death served as a wake-up call to the risks associated with abusing prescription drugs. 2. The icon of the secret battle, Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston, who is frequently called one of the best vocalists in music history, had a successful career full with accolades, hit songs, and international acclaim. For the majority of her adult life, Houston struggled with addiction despite her extraordinary skill and fame. In the 2000s, her battles with drugs, especially cocaine, came to light and cast a shadow over her previously untouchable persona. Whitney's turbulent marriage to Bobby Brown, who also battled substance abuse, complicated her addiction problems. Because of the couple's well-reported relationship, Houston's drug use was frequently featured in tabloid headlines and attracted media attention. Her voice started to deteriorate with time, and her performances became erratic, heartbreaking her followers. Houston acknowledged using drugs in an open interview with Oprah Winfrey, but she also stated that she wanted to stop. Whitney's fight with addiction tragically came to an end in 2012 when she was discovered dead in a hotel bathtub, with cocaine and other drugs discovered in her system, despite numerous attempts at rehabilitation. Her passing exposed the damaging effects of addiction and sent shockwaves through the entertainment sector. 3. Robert Downey Jr., an amazing comeback. In contrast to the tragic endings of many celebrity addiction stories, Robert Downey Jr.'s story is one of redemption. Downey Jr.'s narrative, which was once well publicized because of his drug and alcohol problems, has transformed him from Hollywood's bad boy to a symbol of hope for rehabilitation. The actor's struggle with addiction started in the 1990s after he was repeatedly arrested for possession of drugs, including cocaine, heroin, and marijuana. Because of his extreme addiction, which landed him in jail and treatment centers, many in the film industry thought Downey's career was ended. His addiction had rendered him uninsurable and untrustworthy in the industry, despite his obvious brilliance. However, Downey Jr. pulled off an incredible recovery after reaching his lowest point. He overcame his addiction with the aid of therapy, rehabilitation programs, and a solid support network. His career was completely transformed, and he became one of the highest-paid actors in the world after he was hired as Tony Stark in the 2008 film Iron Man. The inspiring tale of Downey Jr. shows that rehabilitation is possible even against overwhelming obstacles. 4. Amy Winehouse. A gift lost to substance abuse. Millions of people were enthralled with the voice of musical prodigy Amy Winehouse. She won 5 Grammy Awards and gained international recognition for her breakout album Back to Black, but her battles with addiction ultimately overshadowed her career. Winehouse was transparent about her struggles with drugs and alcohol, and the media documented her decline. Her personal life was difficult, and the demands of celebrity drove her to self-medicate. Her health started to clearly decline, and she was regularly seen looking drunk. Amy's addiction worsened despite multiple attempts at treatment and interventions from friends and family. Amy Winehouse, who was 27 years old at the time, tragically her away from alcohol poisoning at her London apartment in 2011. The 27 Club, a collection of well-known musicians who passed away at the age of 27, many as a result of addiction, came up again after her death. Amy's tragic early passing served as a sobering reminder of the terrible toll addiction can have on even the most gifted people. 5. Demi Lovato, an open battle with mental health and addiction. Although Demi Lovato's battle with addiction has been well documented and ongoing, it is also a tale of tenacity and resolve. The Disney singer Lovato has been transparent about their battles with eating disorders, addiction, and mental health concerns. Lovato's problems with addiction started early in life, and during their adolescence, their usage of drugs and alcohol increased. When they first checked themselves into rehab in 2010, they were given a bipolar disorder diagnosis. Lovato repeatedly relapsed despite their best efforts to stay clean, and in 2018 they experienced an almost fatal overdose that sent them to the hospital. Lovato has remained open about their recovery process ever since their overdose and has used their platform to promote addiction treatment and mental health awareness. Even though Lovato is still battling addiction, their willingness to be transparent about their experiences has helped destigmatize mental health and addiction, and as a result, many have looked up to them. 6. A tragic end to a celebrated career. Philip Seymour Hoffman. One of the most well-liked performers of his time, Philip Seymour Hoffman is most remembered for his outstanding roles in the movies Capote, The Master, and Doubt. Hoffman battled addiction for a large portion of his life, despite his highly regarded work. Hoffman reportedly struggled with substance abuse throughout his early years, but has maintained sobriety for more than 20 years. But he relapsed in 2013 and checked himself into a rehab center for heroin addiction. Hoffman's addiction finally caused his death in 2014 from a heroin overdose, despite his best efforts to recover. He was discovered in his New York City flat with sachets of heroin close by and a syringe in his arm. The entertainment world was taken aback by Hoffman's death because many people were not aware of the extent of his addiction. His demise brought to light the pernicious nature of addiction and served as a sobering reminder that relapse may happen to anybody, even to those who have been sober for a long time. 7. Lindsay Lohan. An addiction derailed career. A rising star in Hollywood, Lindsay Lohan is best recognized for her parts in the movies Mean Girls and The Parent Trap. Nevertheless, a string of legal issues, stays in treatment facilities, and widely reported battles with addiction destroyed her career. Lohan's drug and alcohol abuse turned into a public spectacle, resulting in repeated legal run-ins and mandated treatment appointments. Her addiction persisted in interfering with her profession despite her many attempts to recover, and her once bright shine started to dim. Lohan has made an attempt at a return in recent years and has talked about her attempts to get sober and start again. Her narrative is still developing, but it serves as a warning about how easily addiction can take hold and ruin even the brightest professional lives. Final thoughts. The human aspect of celebrity dependency. The accounts of well-known people who have battled addiction serve as a sobering reminder that success and notoriety do not protect people from the difficulties associated with addiction. Despite their fame and fortune, these celebrities battled drug addiction in the same ways as millions of ordinary people. Some people's addictions resulted in early deaths, but others were able to recover and find atonement. By sharing their experiences, we are reminded that addiction is a disease that affects everyone, and that getting help, therapy, and understanding is necessary. Let us know in the comments what you think about the dark side of fame, celebrities who struggled with addiction, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.